any ghost stories?
Yes, and holy shit, do I ever.
Let's hear it. Let's go.
All right, I was gonna, and thanks to this got me off a thing I didn't want to go to anyway.
Oh shit! Now I'm intrigued.
Dude, well, here's the thing. Okay,
This is like the most tangented conversation.
like I have the most fucked up ghost stories ever.
Well, we gotta go there.
Do it.
Okay,
Yeah, we gotta go there.
When I was doing drugs, okay,
Yeah.
like I did drugs to the point where I was hearing voices, okay, like it's called the technical term for this would be psychosis, where
Just a total mental.
and what's so peculiar about the phenomenon of psychosis, which is characterized by auditory hallucinations where you're hearing voices, visual hallucinations. I was watching people walk around my apartment, people who were never there. I was watching them walk through walls. They staged like an intervention on me at one point. I had fucking an apartment full of people who were there to have a formal intervention, but they were never fucking there.
Were you aware that they weren't
there?
there?
I watched them. I watched them motherfuckers.
Did you think it was real, or were you aware?
I knew
that
it was
you
real.
hallucinated?
I knew it was real, and to this fucking day it was real. To
It
this
felt
fucking
that
day
real.
it was real.
But in retrospect, you're like, that was obviously a hallucination.
Totally fucking spiritual entities that are
Okay.
right now.
So
this
wait,
is
you
why
don't think it was a hallucination? You think they were real spiritual entities?
the fucking line is completely blurred.
Okay,
The
understood.
line is completely fucking blurred, and I think that the reason why I'm seeing them as hallucinations is because they're real.
Do you think that the drugs open your mind?
I think that drugs. That's why I'm like with psychosis, like meth, whether meth will do it, cocaine, particularly on the third straight day of a cocaine bender with no sleep, like while inhaling nitrous oxide to the exclusion of air as much as possible.
Right.
When shit would really pop off.
Interesting.
You know, shit would pop off.
Did you invite it?
At one point, okay, the first time I had like a spiritual intervention where it was like, okay, I was sitting and I was inhaling nitrous oxide and I was doing cocaine and I had been doing so for 2 to 3 days. I was in a chair that spun just like this one, and I was sitting in front of a big pile of cocaine, and I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking to myself, as I go to snort another ridiculous helping of cocaine, I thought to myself, wow, I'm killing myself. You know, like there is no longevity in what I'm doing. I'm dying. I'm dying here. Like, this is me killing myself, and I'm dying. And I thought very specifically, because I'll never forget this, I thought, I don't care if I die. And I just leaned over to go fucking right now. As I thought, I don't care if I die. Like as a reaction to those specific words that I thought, to that thought, like physically, the spinning chair I was in as I went to it fucking spun. It was like there was a big, strong dude who fucking spun the fucking chair. It was like with the power of as if it was like a fucking mechanical bull. It was just like it fucking spun, and it was. Now, granted, this was a tactile hallucination, meaning not like here, but you feel it. Mm-hmm. I know fully well that if there was a surveillance camera in my apartment at that time, it would not reveal this experience that I had.
Right.
Like, I'm clear on that, but it fucking happened.
What
There's
do you
no
mean
question.
it wouldn't reveal? Like, you never spun at all? You think it would show?
My experience was that I did, but if
You
someone
think the
else was
camera would
there,
show
the
that
camera
it was just still.
I'm right. It didn't. Like, I know well enough to know that like this is an experience that I had that was outside of the dimension that we're in, right? And like it was so clear when this happened that like I thought, I don't care if I die, and then just whoa, you know, it was like, think again, motherfucker, like think again. So like this was completely in response to that, I don't care if I die. It was like, think again, like the message was clear that there is some entity that distinctly cares that I not die.
What was
like
your
think
reaction?
again. I was like, fuck, you know, like something powerful as fuck just spun this thing.
Did you take the line?
Well, yeah, of course. Of course, but something powerful as fuck wants me to live. Wants me to see the importance of don't not care. Like I should care. Something wants me to care about living. Like I gotta live for something. Dude, I had, and I think it might have been later that night. Well, no, it was another night when I had the formal interview. Dude, I had a shoe sponsor, and there was these cubby holes, a whole wall of shoes, and like the mess, the in my apartment, shit was just going off, and all these shoes were sitting there like tapping their toes, like, okay, throw away the drugs. They're all impatiently tapping their toes, like, okay, throw away the drugs.
My God.
Like, and I'm just watching it happen. And all this shit, it's like, okay, wait, hold on, is that happening? And I would think, that's really crazy that that's fucking happening. And I'd look again and like, yep, sure enough, it's still happening. Like, totally. Like inanimate objects were communicating to me. And now they're...
And again, you feel like in that situation with the security camera, the shoes aren't moving.
Correct.
Yeah.
100% correct. And so like it's spiritual entities, ghosts, like whatever, like my spirit friends. There were different classifications of them. There were angels, clearly angels that cared about me living, and they would even say in my ears, like, "Hey, we're worried about you. You know, like you're killing yourself, and it's not okay." And they were very loving and angels, and they were like rooting for me. That's like really what I pray to this day. Like you know, like when you go to rehab and they say you have to have a higher power, like you know. Like whatever spun that fucking chair is just, I pray to that, you know, something that cares about me. So there were the angels. Then there were demons. For sure there were demons. Like the voices were telling me like, fucking suffocate yourself to death. They were urging me to kill myself. And it was like super dark and gnarly and super scary. Then, and I would probably classify this as demons as well, but much more fun, like trickster spirits, like shit. They would just fucking entertain me. That same chair that I was in, right? Like the spinning office chair, which was I had a big dining room table like this with the computer set up with the TV on the wall, and that fucking chair while I was in it just caught fucking fire, just engulfed in flames, and the flames didn't hurt. It was just they're showing off like cool shit for me. Like it was just like whoa, the chair, and I'm checking it out. Like sure enough, it's on fire. The whole fucking chair is just on fucking fire. And I'm like whoa, fucking cool. I just wanted to do more drugs and pile more. That's why I classified these as demon spirits, because they just tricksters,
enabling you.
They wanted me to. I loved it. So all this fucking shit was so cool. There was so much of it, like. Lights that were never even there, ever, were just flashing. It was a fucking light show, just like bomb, 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 bomb. The curtains are opening and closing on their own. The whole place is going fucking nuts. And I'm like, whoa, this is the fucking coolest party ever. Like, and I just want to do more drugs to keep the shit happening. I had this.
That's insane. That didn't scare you? Like
I loved it. I loved it so much. At certain times, it got scary. There was a lot of fucking dark, creepy, scary shit that went down too. Like,
were you by yourself usually when the shit was going down?
Always.
Just you,
always.
party.
There were a couple times, but the other person, if they were there, they wouldn't be privy to it. They would be like. You know, there are like rules for the spirits, but I had this.
What are the rules?
They're not supposed to interfere with.
They can't physically affect.
They can't like manipulate they can't interfere with free will. They can't manipulate things to alter the course. You know, so really they've got.
Are those rules you learned from interacting with them?
Yeah, and they weren't supposed to like say anything. They're like, and it's like the committee, and you can hear them kind of, you know, but like. And they're in another thing, but if you do enough drugs, that's why the same thing happens if you're on meth as if you're on coke, or even like sometimes the alcohol. Like all roads lead to the same place. If you do enough drugs, if you fuck yourself up enough, even PCP, like you erode the barriers between us and these entities, you know, and then you start experiencing. That's why I still believe it's real, dude. And dude, I had like some of the other trickster shit was fucking badass, man. Like I had this globe, like the Earth, and the base of it I drilled to a skateboard, and then the skateboard I drilled to the wall, so the globe is coming out, protruding like this. I sat there and looked at that fucking globe, and I watched my own face, like the liquid Terminator in the globe, like came pushing out.
God.
It came pushing out like the fucking globe is, and my face came pushing out, and then started headbanging. The globe's going boom.
And you weren't scared. You were like,
I was like, whoa, like, whoa, yes.
Can you imagine watching
Dude,
back
I got
tapes?
goosebumps. I got the gnarliest goosebumps.
Can you imagine
Like,
watching
so
a tape
dope.
back of you? Like,
Oh yeah, and I would make my own
Can
videos.
you imagine that?
Dude, like I would make
You
my
would
own.
film it.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, like
Do those exist
You
still?
would, yeah, dude. There was a whole documentary that was made about my downward spiral and psychosis, and ultimately to my
and
intervention.
that footage of you like interacting.
Yeah,
with the
and dude,
spirits.
what the footage reveals is me reacting to a lot of this stuff that like it's not
There's
there.
nothing there,
But it's
yeah.
not there. But you can tell. I'm like whoa,
Totally
whoa, you know. And I'm like,
Wow.
yeah. So I mean, there's a million
That's
fucking things,
that
dude.
So
is
what is it?
crazy.
Okay, so in this world where these spirits are real, like what is their motivation? What are they doing like on the other side? And why is it so compelling to them to come interact with people on drugs?
I think that it's the people who are on drugs that they have
They're
access
receptive. So what's
to. They have
enticing
access to
them?
like the.
They get like a signal. They're like, I can talk to this person.
Well, yeah, they don't have access to. Like the,
And not everybody.
Right, I think like and I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just out of my mind. But,
No, and I mean, it's
but-
your
and-
personal experience.
Right.
that's fascinating, but-
My experience, my belief, is that the barriers are you know, like for you. You aren't aware of them because you've got these barriers in place, which you
Yeah.
have not eroded
Right.
to the point where you can become aware of them. So I would
And
say
they're,
that.
and they're aware when your barrier is down.
For sure.
Got it.
And what's their motivation? I think with the trickster stuff, that just made me so hungry to keep that shit happening. I just want like this all like just even the voices, everything, like the people walking around. I watched a fucking dude come out. Like I lost my mom in 2003, and you know, it was like really kind of a traumatic thing for me. Not that I lost my mom, but the last 5 years of her life, where she survived an aneurysm, and she was very fucking damaged. Like she was physically and mentally horribly disabled, and had bed sores, and it was just fucking terrible. Like she was in great pain, and her last 5 years were traumatic, and that fucked me up a lot. At one point, when I was in this apartment, like. In my fucking psychosis, I watched a dude come out of the bathroom. He walked right behind me. He stopped, and as my interpretation, he went like that, right? Which I interpreted to be like he stopped and fucking paid respect to my mom, and then turned. He kept walking through the apartment. I watched this fucking dude pick up the bong, take a hit, blow out smoke, put it back, and then fucking walk through the wall. Motherfucker was never there, dude.